Hey, what's going on, everybody? How's it going today? So, obviously, you could tell from the title, I went and saw Justice League. So I went and saw it with my family, and I thought it was going to be something special. And it was something special. That is, if your definition of special is powdered sugar just sprinkled all over a bunch of cat shit. Plot of the movie's pretty simple. It's about Batman and Wonder Woman finding other metahumans because Superman's gone and they have to find a way to fight a bigger threat that's coming. And realistically, it's not the worst movie that I've ever seen, but it's definitely the worst DCU movie that I've seen because it's fucking bad. Calling the special effects in this movie subpar is putting it lightly. The CGI was basically a triple bogey on a par 3 for all you golfing nerds out there. And what I'm about to say is not a spoiler. Henry Cavills put tweets out about it, and it's kind of basically been implied in the trailer. Henry Cavill is in the movie, but I'm not going to say to the extent that he's in the movie in case you actually still want to see Justice League. But basically, Paramount is playing hardball because Henry Cavill's going to be in the next Mission Impossible movie, and they made him contractually keep his mustache. So basically, they had to CGI a mustache off of his face, and it essentially looked like his upper lip was having a stroke. Honestly, I would have preferred them just leave the fucking thing in or give him a full beard. Like, I really don't care. It's probably the most expensive fix to a continuity error I've ever seen in one film. And don't even get me started on the villain. In all fairness, I'm not a super huge DC Comics fan. I'm way more familiar with Marvel. And that's not because DC's bad or anything. Like, I think Batman probably has the best villain gallery out of any superhero ever. But Steppenwolf looked like shitty God of War graphics, and it was just not, no, it was just bad. And there's a shitload of green screen in this movie, and it's just bad. Like, I can fucking tell that they're on a movie set. It just took me out of the movie, and I was just like, I just kind of checked out at one point. I'm just like, visually, this movie is retarded. And beyond that, the first scene that you have with Batman in the movie, the set, which I'm pretty sure is practical, looked fake. And the scene is basically Batman trying to catch a burglar, but some other kind of shit happens, and then at one point he starts having like kind of a weirdly rational conversation with the burglar. Like they gave expositional dialogue to a character that doesn't mean shit to anybody, and I'm like, why? And pretty much every voiceover for Aquaman was just like way overstated and just in your face. He basically sounds like a combination of Robert Downey Jr. from Tropic Thunder and the Kool-Aid Man. Oh yeah. And also the backstory for Aquaman and Flash is weak, and I really would have preferred that they didn't even touch on any of that. I feel like they could have saved that stuff for the Aquaman and Flash movies, and there's also an argument that the Cyborg stuff could have been saved for other movies too, but I actually think that a little bit of backstory for Cyborg was kind of necessary for the plot to actually move forward in this movie, because it actually did help the movie progress. And that leads me to some of the positives. Like, I actually kind of liked what they did with Cyborg, because I honestly know nothing about that character. Like, I haven't read any of his comics, nothing. And the actor they actually got to play Cyborg was actually pretty dope, so I was just like, alright, let's score one for the win team, right? And I really enjoyed what Ezra Miller did with The Flash. I thought it was great. And still, I don't like Gal Gadot as an actress, but I'll be honest, this is probably the best performance she's given thus far as Wonder Woman. Like, she keeps getting better and better and better with each movie. So I gotta give her some credit, but it honestly wasn't anything special. And I still like Ben Affleck as this iteration of Batman, but in this movie, it was really hit or miss. Like, some scenes were good, other scenes were like, eh. And there were some other positives about the movie. Like, there was a monologue with Aquaman that I thought was actually pretty fucking hilarious. And on top of that, all the fight choreography and action scenes were awesome. And I know they had to bring Joss Whedon because Zack Snyder had kind of a family tragedy, but then when they brought in Joss, they just kind of like Avengers-fied this movie, and I was just kind of like, dude, come on. Like, if you're gonna do something, like, for fuck's sake, please stick to your guns. But anyway, guys, this movie was just kind of a disjointed mess overall. Like, it really was just a seizure of a film, so I think for a score, I'm gonna give it a 3.8 out of 10. Had some cool bits in it, had a lot of potential for it, but the movie just turned out to be kind of a bag of shit, and it's probably the weakest DC movie I've seen in quite some time now. And who knows what the fuck they're gonna do next with the universe, so we'll see, I guess. But anyway, guys, those are my thoughts. What are your thoughts? Did you see this movie yet? Were you excited for it? Hop in the comments. Let me know what's up. Besides that, if you like this review, give me a like, subscribe, share, do all that other bullshit, and I will catch you guys later.